You may check the loop. You use that CP more than I do.
Oh, I trust your loop.
Okay.
Okay, we're rolling and ready.
Mr. McMillan, how many taxpayers in the state of Alabama here toward the last week of income tax filing season have done so?
At this point, 75% of the taxpayers have filed their income tax returns for the state of Alabama.
A lot of people get a lot of money back from the state of Alabama, or I should say from the Internal Revenue Service. How much money has the Internal Revenue Service refunded to Alabama taxpayers so far this season?
Our figures as of the 31st of March indicate refunds totaling $252 million.
I'd like to start over on that one.
Okay. Good, okay.
Rolling and, okay.
Mr. McMillan, first of all, how many Alabama taxpayers have filed their 1977 returns as of this point in time?
Now, 75% of the taxpayers in Alabama have filed their federal income tax returns.
And that leaves 25% of the people who are still waiting to come right down to the wire to get their money paid.
Yes.
Or, speaking of the money, a lot of people are getting money back from the Internal Revenue Service. How many millions of dollars are going to be coming back into Alabama from IRS this year?
Our records indicated as of March 31st that $252 million had been refunded to Alabama taxpayers.
A lot of taxpayers do wait until the last minute, and some of them perhaps go over that April 15th, or this year the April 17th deadline. What happens to these people if they are late in paying their taxes?
We have an application for an extension of time to file that taxpayers may avail themselves of by submitting it with a postmark of no later than April 17th this year. If a person gets down to the wire and they see that they cannot possibly pull their records together and file a proper return, they can estimate the amount of tax they owe and file this application for extension with us by the 17th.
What length of time are we talking about on this extension now?
Cut.
Okay.
This is what I was afraid of.
You can tell.
All right.
Talking about an extension, what length of time are we talking about as far as extending payments back to the IRS?
The application for automatic extension does require payment of the tax due on or before April 17th this year.
Mm-hmm.
It does give an extension only for the filing of the tax return itself, and that extension is for 2 months.
A lot of people make mistakes when they're filing their income tax, and to people who are expecting it to get a refund, this sometimes delays matters and irritates them and causes problems for everybody. What are some of the common mistakes that people make in filing their income tax returns?
I'm happy to say that this year there's been about a 12% reduction in the number of mistakes made as compared to last year. The two most common errors are failure to sign the tax return and also failure to provide a Social Security account number, which is, of course, the controlling number for the federal tax returns.
People here in Montgomery see that have been down to this office know that there are Internal Revenue Service people here and you're helping taxpayers, but what exactly goes on in Montgomery? You don't handle any money here, or no money is returned to this office, is that correct?
That's true. All the returns for the state of Alabama are filed with the Chamblee, Georgia Service Center. We deal out of this office primarily with audits, collection matters, and intelligence matters.
The 1977 income tax return form has been modified this year and has been made simpler. Do you think this has been something that has been good for the taxpayer? Have people been telling you, hey, it's a lot easier to do this year?
The feedback I've received has been positive, and of course this is further indicated by the reduction in error. So I'm happier with the new form. And I think most people find it easier to fill out.
Is there any usual question that people come in at the last minute and start asking, other than, can I get an extension?
The extension question, of course, is the most frequently asked question. There's some confusion this year about the standard deduction, which has been eliminated. We now have the zero bracket amount, which replaces the standard deduction. And we've had to field a number of questions on that topic.
Are many people taking advantage of the fact that you do offer counseling and, in fact, filling out the income tax forms for the taxpayers?
We do have a service where we answer questions, but we really don't have the facilities to fill out tax forms for our taxpayers. We do assist them in filling out forms. It's sort of a self-help program that we have here in Montgomery.
But people in the past can mail their forms and their information and have it done for them by the IRS.
Yes, the Internal Revenue Service will take the return from a certain point and compute the tax.
Bill, can you think of anything else we need to cover?
No, I think that does it well if you
All right.
folks will just stay there.
All right, hold on. Let me.
That's a touchy subject.
People who are expecting their refunds would, of course, like to get it in the next day's mail coming back, but how long does it take to get your income tax refund?
A return filed at this time of the year, which of course is one of our peak periods, requires 10 to 12 weeks for the taxpayer to actually receive the refund check.
So if you're filing in the middle of April, then you should not look for it for probably around the last of June or the 1st of July. Then.
That's correct.
So you can buy you some fireworks with your income tax refund, but don't plan on a Memorial Day picnic, right?
Correct.
All right, Bill. I think that covers it. Let me.
Started in 1970, the date to carry it out. Just a regular carryover form. I know it's different for me. I see you've also had stock losses. Shuffle away there.
22,806. And how many families? Tax was 34,65.
That's enough. Good deal. Some cards.
I'm saying, we're not getting any time.